Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and the beautiful spoilers. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Edge's disclosure, Brooke's redemptive expectation. The strong and the wonderful spoilers for Friday, December 20th, 2024, are here. In the upcoming episode, fans can hope to figure out how Brooke Logan intends to fix things for Edge Forrester. Discussing Edge, he faces a rude awakening subsequent to watching Brooke's live transmission for Forrester manifestations. Continue to peruse, and we should discuss what is coming up in the following episode of the CBS drama. Brooke Logan's redemptive thought processes. B&B spoilers for Friday, December 20th uncover that Carter Walton and Trust Logan encouraged Brooke to take the chief position. Brooke realizes Edge will totally go crazy. Nonetheless, Brooke felt free to acknowledge the position. Immediately, Carter needed to give a public interview about the choice. Brooke attempted to surrender Edge a heads through text, yet he didn't answer. After the live transmission, Zend Forrester Dominguez impacted Brooke. Zend blamed Brooke for treachery, however she remedied him. Brooke said she has an arrangement on the most proficient method to give the organization back to the Forrester family. B&B spoilers, Edge Forrester's disclosure on Friday, December 20th, Edge will in any case be shell-stunned over the treachery. Edge hasn't seen or addressed Brooke, so he is ignorant regarding her arrangement. What it resembles to Edge right presently is that Brooke double-crossed him and joined the foe. Obviously, Steffi Forrester Finnegan and Taylor Hayes were in that general area to advise Edge to avoid Brooke. Taylor Hayes plunges in the strong and the wonderful spoilers for Friday, December 20th uncover that Taylor will dip in now that scaffold is partitioned. Taylor could say she needn't bother with a man, however, she plainly needs one man specifically. While Edge could incline toward Taylor at this moment, what happens when Brooke returns the organization to the Forrester family? The striking and the delightful spoilers, Friday, December 20th, 2024. In Friday's episode, fans could likewise see what occurs after Electra Forrester's terminating. Will Spencer probably cross-examines Katie Logan, Heather Tom, for reality? However, what happens when Katie shows Will the photographs of Electra? Might the sentiment at any point endure Remy Price's damage? Will Electra get familiar with reality with regards to her companion? There is likewise the issue of Bill Spencer and Luna Nozawa. While Luna is still in jail, she referenced an allure. Might an adjudicator at any point be sufficiently insane to deliver Luna? Which storyline would you say you are anticipating seeing the most on Friday, December 20th, 2024? What are your expectations for Taylor, Edge, Brooke, and Zend? What does the future hold for Electra, Will, Katie, and different characters? Edge was correct. He ought to at absolutely no point ever be chief in the future on Striking and the Wonderful. Edge is seldom correct about numerous things, yet there was one thing he was on: he ought to at absolutely no point ever be president of Forrester Manifestations in the future. It's only not an ideal choice for him. Edge demonstrated to himself why he ought to never lead his dad's organization on the strong and the delightful. Goes crazy. Edge flies out of control. He allows his resentment to defeat him. For instance, he called Trust a few offensive words. This made his relationship with Brooke go to pieces. Indeed, even Kay concedes that it was an unfortunate selection of words. Nonetheless, he felt that Edge was in his sentiments. He was clearly furious with the Forrester Manifestations takeover. He asserted Trust was to be faulted, despite the fact that his closest companion sold out him. The last thing that Forrester needs is another hot-headed pioneer. The organization needs somebody grounded and can control the boat back to safe harbors. Perhaps that individual is Brooke. Unfortunate choices. B&B fans definitely realize Edge is a waffler. He doesn't have the foggiest idea where his relationship with Brooke is. He was unable to offer Eric an immediate response. However, he's now prepared to jump into bed with Taylor. Edge never expresses what's at the forefront of his thoughts, and that is a horrendous characteristic to have in a pioneer. He can't go with speedy choices on the spot. That is the reason he left the majority of the work to his girl Steffi. he would rather not manage the obligation. Stick to planning. Edge is essentially adequately mindful to know he's bad at the business side of things. He would prefer to zero in on his most memorable energy, planning. It's what gives him pleasure and harmony. Perhaps style configuration is Edge's just love other than his youngsters. What do you think? Was Edge a decent chief? Tell us in the remark area. Brooke Logan's redemptive thought processes. As the residue settles following her stunning acknowledgement of the chief's situation at Forrester Manifestations, Brooke Logan's actual aims become visible. Strain from Carter and Trust. Carter Walton and Trust Logan drove Brooke into the chief job, persuading her that she was the ideal contender to settle the organization in the midst of its inner mayhem. Regardless of her dithering, Brooke consented to take on the position, realizing it would light backfire. A mystery plan. Brooke uncovered to Zend Forrester Dominguez that her definitive objective is to re-establish Forrester Manifestations to its legitimate chiefs, Eric, Edge, and Steffi Forrester. Her ongoing position is just a venturing stone in her redemptive arrangement. Edge Forrester's disclosure. For Edge Forrester, the fallout of Brooke's live transmission is sincerely charged and obfuscated by misconception. Sensations of selling out. Edge sees Brooke's acknowledgement of the chief job as an individual and expert disloyalty, particularly given their muddled history. Ignorant about her aims, with no immediate correspondence from Brooke making sense of her actual thought processes, Edge's outrage and disarray are intensified by the assessments of Steffi and Taylor Hayes, who urge him to move away from Brooke. Edge's rude awakening. Regardless of his underlying indignation, Edge starts to examine whether his suspicions concerning Brooke's activities are precise. This reflection could prepare for compromise, yet provided that Edge will tune in. Taylor Hayes, ever the shark, considers Brooke and Edge's stressed relationship to be an opening to revive her sentiment with Edge. Edge's personal weakness. Taylor gains by Edge's sensations of double-crossing and disarray, offering him solace and direction. A recognizable cycle. While Taylor's goals might appear to be respectable, her quest for Edge could reignite the circle of drama that has long characterized their dynamic with Brooke. Edge was right about not being president. While Edge has substantiated himself a capable creator, his experience as president has featured his inadequacies as a pioneer. Hot-headed choices. Edge's failure to remain calm has often prompted careless choices and harmed connections, like his new eruption toward Trust Logan. Hesitation. Edge's faltering obligation to both individual and expert matters has subverted his believability as a pioneer. His powerlessness to pick either Brooke and Taylor mirrors this more extensive example. Enthusiasm for configuration. Edge's solidarity lies in his imagination and energy for style plan. His mindfulness about his constraints in business the executives is an uncommon, however honorable quality. Brooke's excursion to re-establish the Forrester family's inheritance is full of difficulties, yet her assurance could prompt compromise with Edge and reclamation according to the Forrester family. As Edge processes Brooke's activities, he faces a basic choice: trust her goals or go on down a way of outrage and distance. Will Spencer goes up against Katie Logan about the photographs that prompted Elector Forrester's terminating. Will their sentiment endure the impedance of Remy Price? Taylor's quest for Edge adds one more layer of intricacy to the continuous show. Will her endeavors reignite past love interests, or will Edge stay fastened to Brooke in spite of their battles? Friday's episode of The Striking and the Delightful is loaded with close-to-home contorts and defining moments that will shape the eventual fate of Forrester Manifestations and its inheritance families. Profound explosions. Over and over, Edge's powerlessness to hold his feelings in line has brought about imprudent choices. Whether it's attacking relatives or making hurried business moves, his absence of level-headedness makes insecurity. Late model. His brutal words toward Trust Logan following the organization's disturbance distanced her as well as the individuals who saw Edge as the paste keeping the family intact. Edge's wavering propensities stretch out past his own connections and saturate his expert life. Inability to commit. Edge frequently delays when unequivocal authority is required. His powerlessness to offer Eric a straight response about organization course or take clear positions has left Forrester Manifestations helpless against disorder. Reliance on others. Instead of attesting control, Edge habitually concedes to Steffi or depends on outer powers to settle the organization. Convoluted elements, his hit-or-miss associations with Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes reliably eclipse his job at Forrester Manifestations. These interruptions influence his concentration as well as goal-rubbing inside the organization's initiative. Brooke's president arrangement. His instinctive response to Brooke's rising to chief features his battle to compartmentalize individual sentiments, a quality fundamental for powerful initiative. Energy for configuration. Edge's most memorable love has forever been planning. It's where he succeeds, tracks down euphoria, and makes the main commitments to Forrester Manifestations. Acknowledgement of cutoff points. Edge has, on occasion, shown mindfulness, recognizing that his range of abilities doesn't line up with the requests of corporate administration. Brooke's true capacity as president. With Brooke Logan venturing into the president job, the organization might find the strength it frantically. Brooke Logan's choice to acknowledge the chief situation at Forrester Manifestations has sent shockwaves through the organization. While her activities could seem self-serving to some, Brooke has a mystery plan to re-establish congruity and solidness to the Forrester family. The chief declaration, Brooke's unexpected acknowledgement, made by means of a live public interview, walloped many, including Edge and Steffi Forrester. However, Brooke guaranteed everybody that Forrester Manifestations was in capable hands. Plan to rejoin. Brooke's definitive objective isn't to clutch power, however, to retouch the brakes inside the family. She means to return the organization to Eric, Steffi, and Edge, demonstrating her steadfastness to the Forrester inheritance. Confronting kickback, Brooke perseveres through brutal analysis, especially from Zend Forrester Dominguez, who blames her for double-crossing. Brooke, notwithstanding, stays resolute, uncovering her arrangement just to a limited handful. Edge is left reeling in the wake of watching Brooke's declaration. As far as he might be concerned, her choice appears to be a double-crossing, and he battles to see the master plan. Misinformed suspicions. Edge's outrage blinds him to Brooke's actual thought processes, as he sees her activities as one more disaster for their generally stressed relationship. Paying attention to outside voices, Steffi Forrester and Taylor Hayes, speedy to support Edge's questions, further cloud his judgment. Taylor, specifically, jumps all over the chance to reinforce her bond with Edge, possibly reigniting their heartfelt association. The mental breakthrough. Edge will before long understand that Brooke's activities were not intended to sabotage him, however, to safeguard the organization and its inheritance. This revelation could prompt an essential defining moment in their relationship. Taylor Hayes, ever the pioneer with regards to Edge, steps in to comfort him during his snapshot of thwarted expectation with Brooke. A recharged triangle. With Brooke and Edge in conflict, Taylor sees an opportunity to revive their sentiment. Her presence fills in as both a solace to Edge and a possible wedge among him and Brooke. Will Edge fall once more? Edge's weakness could lead him to rest on Taylor, yet the inquiry remains whether this will be a brief second or the beginning of something more significant. In the meantime, the repercussions of Electra Forrester's terminating keep on undulating through Forrester Manifestations and the Spencer family. Will Spencer's assurance, Will stands up to Katie Logan about the conditions encompassing Electra's excusal. In the event that Katie shares the implicating proof against Electra, Will's sentiments could take an emotional turn. Remy Price's harm. As the genuine driving force behind Electra's destruction, Remy stays in approaching danger, and reality with regards to his plans may before long become visible. With Brooke's redemptive expectations and Edge's inevitable disclosure, the stage is set for sensational movements at Forrester Manifestations. A re-established heritage. On the off chance that Brooke prevails in her arrangement, the organization could arise more grounded and more joined together. Individual connections in danger. Be that as it may, the aftermath from these occasions could leave connections for all time changed, especially between Brooke, Edge, and Taylor. Friday's episode vows to be a defining moment, as Edge reveals Brooke's actual intentions and wrestles with his affections for both Brooke and Taylor. Will Brooke's arrangement to make up for herself and save the Forrester family succeed, or will her endeavors be misjudged?